We love our little minions despite their clumsiness, dorkiness, and the fact that they are prone to cause property damage. In the same way, we love their movies despite the errors the hard-working animators make while bringing them to life. But we don't feel so bad that we won't list them. So please enjoy these Kevin-sized mistakes.
Hello!
Number 1. How much green paint does a villain need? In this scene, the minion covered in green paint moves from behind Gru to behind Otto. Then the camera zooms out to hear Gru's anger. It's clear there is only one green minion, and it's behind Otto. That's either the fastest minion ever or, yeah, it's probably just a mistake. Definitely a mistake.
No?
Number 2. Waiting Table Blues. While Gru waits to meet the Vicious Six, the magazines on this table were not originally here when he entered, as you can see. When Gru passes the table, he knocks them over, but not enough time has passed for them to show up for someone to place them there. It's not like some helpful villain's assistant replenishes the table's supply. So where did these zines come from? A cut shot, perhaps? Or a cut moment?
Here we go!
Number 3. This wardrobe malfunction doesn't need to be censored. The apron around this butcher villain's neck moves multiple times around his neck in the scene. First, it's hanging high, then it's hanging low. It's a small thing, but this doesn't seem like the kind of guy to constantly be readjusting his apron. He's some kind of butcher, after all. Much more focused on the blade and probably whatever unfortunate meat gets in his way. Number 4. Boy, this one scene with the couch causes a lot of problems, doesn't it? Our next problem with it is, how did Gru manage to get where he was sitting based on what this couch looks like when he enters the room? Did he climb over the left side between two different people? Why wouldn't he just scooch by a few more wannabe villains? Would this really be any better? No wonder these folks acted weird to him.
I got the jet bike.
Number 5. Nunchucks? Get it? Anyway. This lady's name is Nunchuck, and she's got some inconsistent merchandise. When she's showing off her namesake weapon, the nunchucks clearly have 3 sections. Or at least clear if you slow the movie down and stare like we do. Then she throws them, and now you can see the same weapon has 4 sections. There wasn't any moment where it was revealed a 4th part came out. Well, maybe there was, but it wasn't funny, so they cut it for time? We're giving them the benefit of the doubt here. Number 6. For a big guy, he turns out to be a pretty quick villain. When Gru meets the Vicious Six, Strong-Hold, who is voiced and has a similar personality to Danny Trejo, in case he didn't make that very clear connection, begins the meeting on the right side of the table. But as you can see, suddenly his butt is behind the left in this shot. So he seems to teleport from right side to left side. When does that happen?
Yes, I am pretty despicable.
Number 7. This was a very fast renovation for our little villain in the making. Looks like Gru's workshop changes very quick. In one shot, we've got a ladder and a few computers behind Gru when he gives a speech to the minions. But then in that very same scene, Gru now has more computers and no ladder at all can be seen. We guess the ladder pulled out a ladder and climbed out of there? Stranger things have happened in this franchise.
Are you pulling on my legs right now?
Number 8. Boy, they must have been stuck in that mud for a long time. In this scene, this minion falls into the mud and these kids have no shadow under them as we can see here. But when he comes out, the shade is clearly now under these kids. You could say he was stuck in the mud for a long time, but then the medallion he's holding and dropped, it would be long gone, right? This universe must have a strange solar system.
Ooh, big Astoria.
Number 9. Water slides would be way more popular if this was the case, but the opposite is more true. This minion is completely clean after they slide through this water slide. Let's be real, water slides don't make you much cleaner. And even if they cleaned him up a little, there's no way he'd be this clean after just one slide. Number 10. Certainly an odd duck. As we see in this scene, as Otto flies into the sky from the water slide, there is no bird, mallard, or otherwise here to interrupt the minion's flight path. But suddenly, in the next shot, boom, a duck. Right here, a second later, ready to cause some more calamity for our unfortunate flying minion. Very convenient for the plot of the film, very inconvenient for our poor minion friend. Number 11. We know there's a lot of tech in this movie, but did they ever mention teleportation? Another case of a character being in one place and then another way too fast. Dr. Nefario, who owns a record store in the film, is here 1 minute watching Gru. Then 1 moment later, he's gone. Maybe they were so excited for Gru to use the record player that he ran away? Or Dr. Nefario didn't know it'd work? Well, that's not nice to test on a kid.
That's Dr. Nefario.
Number 12. Time and Space, Shattered by a children's film. In the scene at the Bank of Evil, Vector's father shows us the same photo we see on his desk in the first Despicable Me movie. This would put Vector's age at least the same as Gru's, which it isn't supposed to be. In Despicable Me, we see a young Gru watching the moon landing, which was in 1969. In this film, he's supposed to be 11 years old. As this film is set in 1975, since we saw a poster for Jaws being played at the movie theater, that would make young Gru 4 years old in 1969. So, yeah, someone's got to work on the ages for these characters. Pronto.
It's a mathematical term.
Number 13. Spoilers for this next one. When Wild Knuckles fakes a heart attack in the bank scene, the doctors immediately shock him with a defibrillator. Now we know it's a kid's movie, but this is actually incorrect procedure, as doctors would first check for a pulse before using an AED. Please don't make fun of us for knowing that. Kids should learn proper procedure. Number 14. Do or do not. There is no try. When Gru leaves his home to find the stone auto lost, Kevin puts his hand on the inside of the window and it wipes away the morning dew. But this is not possible, as morning dew would be on the outside of the window, as it only shows up on outdoor surfaces, not the inside of the house. It could have been fog or some condensation, but we're picky, movie. Explain yourself. Number 15. You'll die for this next error. The fuzzy dice hanging from the Corvette's rear view mirror showed a 3 and 4 at the same time. Now, we know this is a children's animated film, and we know that anyone who makes fuzzy dice for cars is not making it to be exactly like real dice in real life, and these dice are not important for the plot in any way. However, this is very unlikely to happen in real life, as 3 and 4 are opposite of each other on all conventional dice. You can check your Monopoly or Risk or Candyland or any other board games you play. We'll wait. We know we're being picky, but come on, that's what this video is all about.
Come back when you've done something evil.
Much like these cute little yellow potatoes, we love these films even if they make a few mistakes. Any ones you noticed that we didn't mention? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. And thanks for watching The Things Animated.